I am shocked and underwhelmed. Shocked and underwhelmed. Yeah. Hey guys, thanks so much for clicking on the video. This is my review for episode 4 of Legendary. And as I said, I was shocked and underwhelmed. And I'll tell you why. Just hold on with me. Um, this ball was the Wild Wild West ball. This is the first ball they're doing that actually has cash prizes. So there are cash prizes. $25,000 worth of cash prizes were actually given out. Okay? So, here we go. First category was come up and see me. You know what that is. Come up and see me sometime, big boy. Oh, that's what that's all about. And it was gowns. It was a category for gowns. And it was with a spinning element. And that was whatever you wanted to make it be. Okay? So I was very interested to see, because y'all know I'd be sewing and carrying on, and I'm a drag queen. So I was like, come on, let's go. Let's see what's going to go down. Let's see how creative they get. It was fun. It was fun. Now, Ebony, this is before we even got started, honey. House of Ebony wants Escada gone. They just, they had a little segment. They were talking, baby, they don't feel as though Escada is cutting it and that Escada should be gone. I said, oh, well, okay. Drama, okay. So it is what it is. Escada, you got some explaining to do. So the Ebony's thing. Anyway, so first ones out was Balmain. Balmain, it was the whole spinning skirt thing. This is something, I've seen this done. Well, I've actually done this before, but this is very much, you see this in fashion shows a lot back in the 80s, where something will peel apart. So it was like yards and yards of tulle. She came out and then she just started spinning from the beginning of the stage, and she was spinning, and as she was spinning, it was peeling away like an orange, or a grapefruit. And then as she got to the end of the tulle, it dropped, and then the other part dropped, and it was a gown. So that was cool. It was cute, very reminiscent of the 80s fashion shows. The one that sticks out is the Ebony Fashion Fair. It very much reminiscent of that. And I'm sure that whole thing, the designers, I'm sure, I would be willing to bet money that the designers actually helped them with that whole concept. But very cute. It took me back in my, back in my little time when I was younger. So that was that. Ebony. Ebony gave you one of their drag queens, baby. They gave you their girl with her baton twirling, honey. She was in a gown, a beaded gown, and she had batons and she was twirling them. I was like, cool, use what you got. I said, that could work. That could work. Gorgeous Gucci got chopped. Got chopped. Because there was no spin. The gown was horrible. I wasn't here for that gown. Yeah, I wasn't crazy about the gown. It was kind of, and they could have did so much more with her. I just wasn't feeling it. I wasn't feeling it, because she's a voluptuous queen, and they could have worked her out, baby. Because big girls, child, yes, big girls can kill gowns. Because people make gowns for big girls now, and the big girls slay. So they could have did something. It was just, they just gave her some fringes. Then she had boots on, and I was just like, it just wasn't cute. I didn't like it. I didn't like the design of the gown or none of it. And then there was no spinning. She wasn't doing anything. She was kind of just modeling her gown. So they were kind of off category. So they got chopped anyway. So it didn't matter. Lanvin, Mother Erica came out and she did a gown. I wasn't crazy about her gown, but it was very West. It gave you the West. And she had an umbrella, and she was basically spinning her umbrella. So that got her over with the spin. I was like, okay, cool, no problem. But I wasn't real impressed. I was just like, okay, you know, it didn't knock me out. Ninja, they tried to do a whole thing to kind of make it look like a carriage. They had actual wheels that did roll on the side of the dress, but the dress wasn't, the measurements weren't right. So if the dress would have actually touched the ground like it should have, the wheels would have spun when she walked. But the dress didn't actually touch the ground. It was a little, it was like maybe an inch too short for it to actually work the way that I think they had in their head. So construction was the issue with that. And she was just kind of like trying to spin the wheels and spinning the thing on her head. It was kind of like, whatever. And they got chopped. Escada, now this one, the first reveal was cute, but when it got to the battle, I was underwhelmed because it was like, okay, we already saw. But they had one of their boys, you know, one of their femboys, and he come down and it's like he's holding this top hat, like he was dressed in a top hat, and he dropped the top hat and it literally fell all the way down. It was a stretch velvet gown, and it kind of like flared, kind of like that. It gave you very much back to the 80s. It was the 80s with the ring in the dress, that whole thing. Which back in the 80s they used to, that was futuristic, but it's not anymore. But you know, that it gave you a flashback, but it was cute. The fact that it was, you could literally tell it was a top hat, and when they dropped it, boom, gown. So you got it all. And then he was just like walking and spinning, and but it really, like the gown, they could have did more with the gown, like the top part of it. It was sort of on like a t-shirt, like it looked like a t-shirt. So I wasn't real all that impressed with it. But at any rate, when they went through the battles and everything, Escada ended up winning. And I was like, that would be a no for me. But Escada won. I personally think that I think it should have been Ebony. I do. I would have gave it to Ebony. I gave it to Ebony. Anyway, next category was Sheriff of Seduction, Body, 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 which is sex siren, basically. So there's a body category. Baby, listen, this is where I became underwhelmed and shocked, because I thought for sure that Jarrell was getting ready to slay these kids. And if you've been on Jarrell's Instagram or you've seen anything of Jarrell on Twitter, you just know that this is his category. And I was like, oh, this is done. Before we even get started, this is done. But baby, don't speak too fast, because that's not what happened at all. At all. And what I'll say, I'm going to start with Jarrell. Jarrell came out in a gold outfit. It's undeniable. As far as the body, we ain't even got to go all into it. I mean, everything, like somebody drew him. Okay, so it is what it is. But again, I've seen him do other things that I was like, okay, this is your category. It was just, he just had on gold pair, little shorts, you know, and a little harness thing. It wasn't nothing major. It just was okay. Yes, you look good. You look scrumptious, honey. It's fabulous. But I was underwhelmed. Pack Rat, Lanvin, killed it. Killed it. And, you know, we saw a little package where Pack Rat was going through some little things and her confidence was down. But she's juicy. See, this is old ballroom. She came out for Juicy Girls. And, baby, her body's juicy. It's not perfect. It's not sculpted all out. But she got titties and she got ass. And it jiggles the way it's supposed to jiggle. She got a real body. And that used to be a category back in the day for the trans girls, baby, the trans girls, and it wasn't even just trans girls. Sometimes it was some of the boy queens that were drag queens that would do the body, luscious. Ooh, come up and see me sometime, big boy. Them bitches used to turn it out. That was a whole category that had its own thing going on. It was all with y'all luscious body was, yeah, setting. That was a category. But pack rat was in that. In that. Listen, Mother Ebony, bitch just had a baby. I said, stop it. That bitch look good. Her snatchback is something serious. I was like, okay. But the shock, Dolores Ninja. Now, Miss Dolores, she ain't much in the titty area, but everywhere else, that bitch's body is banging. Banging. Her little titties is cool, but if she has some bigger titties, she rock sock a body category. So, girl, if you ever decide to pump up, girl, body would be your category, and you can walk it anyway, because you ain't gotta have titties, but they help. You know, you seen Meg sitting over there with them big, juicy, gorgeous titties, honey. I said, okay, but yeah, honey, Miss Dolores got ass out of this world. I said, she ass like a black girl. Over, over. I said, all right, y'all. And then the one that they was like, and I got mad because he got chopped by Law, and I was like, Law, you shady. You shady. But Jazu Escada, listen, it's a body category. He has a real body. He came out, no, he ain't chiseled and all that. He's a thick boy. And baby, he came out with this little leather and fur jacket and these lattice chaps and boots. Sexy. Okay? Sexy. I was like so mad. When Law chopped him, I said, you need your ass whooped. You need your ass whooped, Law. Because, Jazu, listen. I was here for it, honey. He was sexy. And I was like, oh my. Oh my. I was paying attention. Anyway. But Pack Rat ended up winning the category. Oh, wait a minute. Last person. There's one more person. The person that shocked me. Jamari Balmain. Because, you know, he's tall and he dances and he built nice, but I never really paid him that much attention, like, as far as a body category. I just like, okay, he's just tall. You know, he's just tall. He had on this pink outfit. It was like a pink version, almost kind of like similar to what Jarrell had on, but more detailed and was sexy. It was like, oh, wow. So, yeah, he killed it, too. He killed it, but Pack Rat ended up winning. But yeah, Jamari Bowman, he was the shock for me in the category. He was a shock. He was wearing that shit, and he looked damn good. I was like, wow, I hadn't paid him any mind. You know, before that, I really hadn't paid him any mind. But yeah, he definitely got a whole sexy thing going on with him, too. But yeah, him and Jazu, and I was like, oh my. And well, you know, Jarrell was just a shoe-in. So listen, I was here for it. I got my life. I was like, all right, y'all, moving on. Pack Rat won. So, that was that, honey. So, we got one win for Lanvin, one win for Escada so far. Then the next category was, and both of those categories paid out $5,000. The next category was $15,000. And it was mannequin, like a mannequin window display portion, and also runway. And you could throw whatever else you wanted in there. So, but they had to have a theme. Escada came out with like the whole Kill Bill wedding thing. It was cool. It was cool. It was cool. Ebony came out with a hip hop western thing. And of course, we had Law again fawning all over goddamn Shorty. Because Shorty was, they dressed Shorty up. He was supposed to be a piece of tumbleweed. So he was doing little rolls on the floor. Well, for whatever, that tickled Law's fancy. Honey, Law wants him some of Shorty Ebony so bad he could taste it. Honey, I hope he give you some, girl. Because you ain't no business fucking with Jazu, bitch. So I hope Shorty give you something. Go sit on your lap for 10 minutes or something and give you something, honey. Anyway, Gucci did like a whole bank heist It's like a little bank heist situation. Um, it was sloppy. It was sloppy. I couldn't even. It's like, damn, y'all. It was sloppy. Um, Ninja were bandits, and it was sexy as hell. It was sexy as hell. I was like, oh, they turned it, and they were child. They went back to being ninja like they're supposed to. Honey. They was all in sync. It was good. Longvin did. It was like a little rip off, like somebody breaking into a window and ripping off the jewels. Cute. Balmain did a whole saloon brawl involving a pimp. It was cute as well. Ninja snatched the category. Because again, like I said, theirs was sexy and they were literally all female bandits and they were in sync. They snatched it. Now, Superior House for the week ended up being Longvin. And there was no final battle. Everybody got to stay. Everybody got to stay. And yeah, so it was like, that was it. It was cool. It was cool. It was good. I was really, I don't know, Gucci really underwhelmed me. I wasn't mad at him to the point where I'm glad nobody had to go because I'm scared they might have ended up being gone. So, whew, that was good. But I was underwhelmed with Gucci. I was like, damn it, y'all. And I literally, when they said the body category, I just knew. I was like, oh, y'all, well, that's it. I was like, damn, okay. Anyway, so they just got to step up their game a little bit. They'll be fine. They got a reprieve. All right, I'll catch y'all next week.